I used to think I had time. Time to figure things out, to make decisions, to choose the kind of love that didn't feel boring or too easy. I used to think that someone who loved you so deeply, so patiently, would always be there, just waiting, always in the background. But I was wrong. I learned the hard way that the love you take for granted is often the one that leaves the biggest hole behind. His name was Matthew. Everyone called him Matt. He wasn't the guy who swept you off your feet at first sight. He wasn't mysterious or edgy or the kind of guy who played hard to get. He was kind, steady, funny in a quiet, sarcastic way. He remembered the little things, how I liked my coffee, the way I always got nervous before presentations, the way I hated small talk but loved deep conversations about life at 2 a.m. He was the type of man who'd warm your car up on a cold morning, who'd listen even when you didn't say much, who never tried to change you but made you want to be better anyway. We met in college. He was studying mechanical engineering, and I was in communications. Our paths crossed through mutual friends at a game night, of all things. I remember how he didn't try to dominate the conversation like some of the other guys. He was just there, present, listening, smiling in this warm way that made you feel safe. I didn't think much of it at first. I was dating someone else back then, Tyler. Tyler was exciting. Tyler had that smirk, that energy, that charisma that drew people to him like moths to a flame. And I was no different. But that thing with Tyler didn't last, as it rarely does with guys like him. And when I was left heartbroken, confused, and doubting myself, Matt was there. Not in a pushy way. He didn't try to take advantage of my vulnerability. He just showed up. He brought soup when I was sick. He offered his hoodie when I was cold. He sent me funny memes when I was down. I can't even count the number of times he helped me move apartments, or fix my laptop, or just listened while I vented about life. Eventually, feelings grew. They always do when someone keeps showing up like that. We started dating in our final year of college, and at first it felt easy, comfortable. Like finally, I was with someone who made sense. My parents loved him. My friends said he was husband material. And he was. God, he really was. We dated for 2 years after college. He got a job with an engineering firm, and I landed a position at a local media agency. We moved in together, adopted a dog, took road trips, cooked dinner together. We laughed. We made plans. We talked about getting married someday. And yet, there was a restlessness in me I couldn't explain. Maybe it was the predictability. Maybe it was the fact that I'd never had to fight for his love. It had always been there, unwavering. I started to wonder if I had settled. If maybe I needed more passion, more fire, more of the butterflies everyone talks about. Around that time, I reconnected with someone from college, Derek. He was bold, creative, unpredictable. He made big gestures, said things that made your heart race, and flirted with danger. Derek represented everything Matt wasn't. And for some twisted reason, that became appealing. I started to pull away from Matt. Not dramatically. Just little things. I stopped answering his texts right away. I made excuses to not spend the weekend together. I told myself I was finding myself, but really, I was chasing something I couldn't even define. Eventually, I broke it off. Matt was calm, composed. He didn't beg. He didn't get angry. He just looked at me with those sad eyes and said, I hope you find what you're looking for. I remember those words like they're tattooed on my brain. I thought I would feel free, like I had escaped the cage of predictability. But what I didn't realize then was that safety isn't a cage. It's a gift. A rare, rare gift. My time with Derek was a whirlwind. Exciting, sure, but also unstable, selfish, and full of red flags I chose to ignore. He didn't listen the way Matt did. He didn't know how to comfort me, or show up when I needed him most. He loved the idea of me more than the reality. And by the time I figured all that out, it was too late. It took me a year to stop making excuses for the breakup. A year to stop pretending I didn't miss Matt. A year of late-night thoughts, of watching the dog we adopted lie by the door, as if waiting for him to come back. And then one day I saw a photo. On Instagram. Matt, smiling. Holding hands with a woman. A soft caption, my favorite person. I felt my stomach drop. I clicked through her profile. Her name was Rachel. She was beautiful, but not in a showy, intimidating way. She looked warm, grounded, the kind of woman who would know how to appreciate a guy like Matt. The kind of woman who would never let him go. And suddenly I realized he had moved on. He had found someone who chose him without hesitation, who didn't need to chase after broken people to feel alive. I didn't reach out. What would I even say? Hey, I just realized I made the biggest mistake of my life. Mind if I step back into the picture now?
No.
That wouldn't be fair. Matt deserved peace. He deserved love that didn't make him feel like a backup plan. I still think about him. Sometimes when I pass by the diner we used to go to. Sometimes when I hear a song that reminds me of those road trips we took. Sometimes when the dog whines at the door on cold nights, and I pretend it's not because he still misses Matt too. I've dated since then. A few guys. None terrible, but none who made me feel like home the way Matt did. And maybe that's my punishment. Not because I left him, sometimes people grow apart, and that's okay. But because I didn't realize what I had until it was gone. Because I let go of someone who loved me fully, wholly, without games. And now that love belongs to someone else. I've grown since then. I've learned that love doesn't always come with fireworks. Sometimes it comes with consistency, with kindness, with showing up even on the hard days. I've learned that excitement fades, but character doesn't. That butterflies don't pay the bills or sit with you through grief or hold your hand during the hard stuff. Matt, if you ever read this, thank you. For loving me the way you did. For showing me what love should look like. For teaching me that real love isn't about the highs and lows, but about the steady presence through it all. I hope she makes you laugh the way you used to make me laugh. I hope she remembers how you like your coffee and sits with you in silence when words aren't enough. I hope she never doubts how lucky she is. As for me, I'll keep moving forward. I'll keep growing. I'll love again, differently, hopefully better. But I'll always carry a little piece of you with me. Not because I want to hold on to the past, but because some people leave imprints that time can't erase. I let go of the safe guy who loved me. And now he's happy without me. And yes, I still miss him.